Welcome back to a new edition of Spitballin' Podcast. I'm your host, John, with my friend Scott. How you doing, Scott? I think you're muted, buddy.
Good, buddy. How are you?
That's all right. Good. How are you?
I was lulled to sleep by the music.
The beautiful music. Robin, how are you?
Doing good.
Thank you. That's good.
Hey,
Hold on, I
Scott.
gotta put my volume up. Oh, it was cold today here in Western New York. I thought windy and a little chilly.
Yeah, the temperature's slowly dropping.
Yeah. Hey, Chris. Yeah, it was because I was out all day and a little bit of ice here and there, but I don't know. We've had a mild winter though so far, really. When you think about it.
It's been like in the 40s to 50s with no wind around here, which is actually pretty amazing. Not a lot of wind because I get up for work at like 5 and it hasn't been. I've been wearing a vest all week. I didn't feel the cold really till I got out of work today. When I got out at about 3:30, 4 o'clock, it was way colder than when I went in.
You're right, because I watched the temperature when I went out today just keep dropping. It went from like 39 to 34 by the time I got home. So
yeah, we'll be in the teens soon.
Western New York. What else is happening? Anything? How you been? Good?
Good, man. Going to the game Sunday with my daughter.
Oh, nice.
You're supposed to have some slush. It should be. You should have some weather.
I'm in the 100 level. I'm in the 100 section, or 100 level. I mean, I think I'm in a pretty decent section. I don't remember where I'm sitting. I bought these tickets like earlier in the year.
Nice.
I don't know if I'm under anything, but we're prepared. We're always prepared for it, man. It doesn't bother me, honestly. I've sat out there in the pouring rain, scooping water out of my pockets for the Houston game last year.
Right.
It was last year. It was ridiculous. So yeah, no, I'll be good. It'll be fun.
Yeah,
it'll be a good game.
Yeah, I can't wait to talk about that game later, because it's going to be good, I think. Real quick, I know not even real quick, but I want to bring this up to you. This guy here. Let me find him. The big fit. There he is. He finally, 9 years, $360 million with the Yankees, $40 million a year. That makes him the highest paid non-pitcher in baseball. Position player. And we were talking before. San Francisco was closing in on him. There was a really good chance. I thought at one point.
I'd like to know what happened with that tweet.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'd like to know who that guy's source was.
I know. I would too.
Because you got to wonder, did he screw it all up? Right? I mean, because he had to come out and apologize for the tweet. And man, I'd like to know. I'm sure we'll know at some point. It'll probably come out, but.
Yeah, Aaron Judge was very, very open in the Sports Illustrated. We were talking about this before too, where he was upset when the Yankees, I think, offered him like 7 years, $210 million before the season started. And he said they promised each other, both sides weren't going to tell anybody. And then he said, well, they decided to put pressure on him and release it. And I thought when I heard that, and then hearing the connection to the Giants, I thought he was gone. I really thought
how long after he said no to that contract did it get leaked? Like immediately? Like was it the next day?
No, not at all, because I had no idea anything. It was kept really quiet because, and I follow the Yankees pretty close. I didn't even know they made an offer.
Was this when he was starting his home run binges? Like really? So was that why they probably dropped it? Because they saw him starting to like really his trajectory just shooting up?
I'm going to say, because I was asking all over, like on Twitter and even on Facebook, I kept saying the Yankees really should be offering something to this guy. What are they doing? And I was starting to feel like they didn't want him. It was really strange. And then that got leaked probably April, May. I bet you it was early on, like May or June in that time frame. And I don't think we had known or could even think that he was going to hit 62 by that point.
I know he's having stretches of games with home runs.
Yeah. So
I like I said, I don't follow baseball enough to know when his stretches really started happening. When he was having stretches.
I'm going to say it was more. It really started to pick up after the 4th of July.
Yes,
is when it really, really got going.
Okay,
after the All-Star game, and then it started.
So then I don't understand why they would do it then, other than to put pressure on him. But if you make an agreement with somebody, like we said, man, you can't trust anybody. Right. You just can't. It's unfortunate.
I read that that Aaron Judge's parents had some influence over his decision and that they were so impressed by the way the Yankees treated them during the whole home run chase, and that they were really wowed by the monuments and the greatness of being part of the Yankees and all that, that his parents really fell in love with it.
Yeah, I mean, how couldn't you?
Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
He's going to be he should be the next captain, I think. The Yankees don't give out captaincies that often, so I mean,
he's a part of one of the best baseball teams in history's legacy now. That's his legacy. He's part of their history. I mean,
but one thing, and I know this, man, if he doesn't perform in the playoffs, it'll go sour quick.
They will. That New York media will turn on that guy.
The fans will too. It'll just be a bad. If they do not, if he doesn't produce, man. Well, I'll tell you this: he didn't produce this year, and I gotta tell you, I wasn't happy watching when he couldn't. He did not. He didn't do anything.
He just had the home runs, but he didn't. So, because did he go long stretches? Okay, was he just always trying to kill it every time?
No, that was the thing. No, because he was batting over 300 too. He was doing everything. He was hitting. There'd be games he'd be 3 for 4. You know, he was doing it all.
He almost won the Triple Crown.
Yeah, right. He almost won the batting title too.
Was it because it was in such spurts, and then in the playoffs he just disappeared?
I think so. In the playoffs, he wasn't even hitting. Like, he went from being like a 300 plus hitter to the playoffs. It was really bad. It was, it was the Aaron Judge of a couple years ago when he had a hard time hitting curveballs and all that other stuff. But I don't know. I mean, that was my only thing. That was when I was thinking to myself, they might not bring him back. I don't know. I don't know what they'll do. And you had brought up the point, the Padres. They came in. Yeah, they're spending money like
overshot everybody. I think it was wasn't it 4? I thought it was 400 million. I thought I heard
it could have been probably 10 years. I mean,
I know it was a lot more. It was definitely it was. I think it was 400 million. It might have been a little more. I don't know, but I know it was at least 400.
And then they end up getting Bogarts from the. They're spending money like crazy. Xander Bogarts went from the Red Sox to the Padres for. I mean, the money doesn't. It's 11 years, 280 million. They're paying him. And the Red Sox, this is funny, Scott. You know, the Red Sox and the Yankees have always been those two teams, almost like an arms race. The Red Sox don't do it anymore. They let Bogarts walk away. They let Mookie Betts walk away. And they signed a Japanese player for, it was big money, 5 years, 90 million to play outfield from Japan. So that's just kind of odd, but I don't know. I don't know what to make of them.
Yeah, I don't either.
Because they kind of like Rafael Devers is coming up. Right. I mean, I guess he'll go. The Padres, though, are trying, man. They are doing everything they can. Hard.
How in the world the baseball? It's the way the league's set up. It's so unfair. Like, there's so many teams that, unless you're a fluke,
I agree,
you're never going to be able to compete. Because I was listening to that Jeff Passan the other day. He was on McAfee's show, and that's about as much baseball.
He's good.
Well, I get, but he's really good. He's a top guy, and he just pretty much laid it out straight. He's like, there's teams like the Yankees and that this luxury tax is meaningless to them. Like, they figure it into everything. They make so much, they don't have to worry about it.
Yeah.
And he's like, it's so to have it in place, it really just screws the poorer teams because they just can't even compete.
What they
really
compete
for the top talent, I guess, is what I'm saying.
I am a Yankees fan, and I'll tell you this. I wish they had a salary cap that was maybe not. I don't like the hockey one they needed, but it's too strict.
Why don't
they went this luxury tax thing, and they shared
was it a big debate over a salary cap or a luxury tax?
Yeah, back then.
How did they possibly think that was going to end up being fair? I don't get it.
Said the luxury tax money gets shared with all the other teams, right? So they all get a piece of it.
Yay.
But it doesn't do nothing for the Royals and for the
so the Royals aren't going to spend over and get hit with that because they can't afford to.
The Pirates don't. The Pirates at one point, entire roster was worth 3 Yankees, I think, 3 or 4 Yankees.
Wow, that's ridiculous. That shouldn't even be legal.
I know, it's bad. I feel bad. These are great baseball towns.
Why would you want? I'm surprised the other teams even have fans. It's like farm teams, really. Because they're never going to compete. They're lucky if they get above 500, and that's it. That's like more.
It was kind of cool this year with the
Orioles.
Guardians
And the Orioles.
Yeah,
The
Guardians getting in, though, they were the youngest team in baseball.
Yeah.
And I just thought that was kind of fun because that's usually a lot of homegrown talent.
But at least Cleveland's been good, at least in the last 10 years.
That's
the
true.
Orioles haven't been good in 25 years. I don't know how long it's been for them, And they were good this year. They were close. They were close. I hope but I haven't seen them.
Have they improved, or did they lose guys to better teams?
So far, they've done nothing, but they haven't lost anyone yet.
No.
I mean, I was hoping they would spend some money. Then it's also on those owners to spend a little money. Right. Some of these guys won't spend.
Well, dude, if you own a team, professional sports team, you should be able to stack that team if you need to do it. Like when the time's right, you should have the money to do it and be willing to part with said money to do it. Why the hell else would you own the team? That's what I don't get with some of these owners. They're happy with mediocrity. Oh, bullshit, man. Why you're supposed to be in it to compete.
Right.
Yeah, but they'd rather make money than they'd rather make more money and be mediocre than actually spend the money and win.
How many teams have we seen that? You know who's starting to do that is the New England Patriots.
Yes.
They will be, and until I don't even know, I'm getting into football because we got a little more baseball, but until they decide to lose, they're never going to be good again.
No.
And
they'll never do it with Belichick.
So they got to get rid of him and then lose. You need those years of losing. It's just the way it is.
We'll get into it when we talk.
Yeah. Here's another guy.
I could just keep going.
Here's Verlander. Justin Verlander signs with the Mets. Mm-hmm. He signed 2 years at $86 million for $43 million a year. Who else did that? Scherzer is with the Mets for $43 million a year. So the Mets have two of the really best pitchers in baseball. Yeah. Verlander has 244 wins. He'll probably be the last guy to try to get to 300. He's one of the best. He's unbelievable. He's got to be in his 20th year.
Yeah, and he's definitely got to be one of the best of this generation of pitchers.
I think he is.
I think he might be
He's the guy.
Yeah.
Isn't it odd for pitchers to last that long? He's a pitcher, right?
Yeah, it is odd. 20 years.
20 years? Has he ever had any major arm surgeries or anything?
I believe he did in Detroit long time ago.
Yeah. I've known of him, of course. He's good enough. I've heard of him.
The only knock on him is his World Series performances. He's 1-7 in the World Series, but
at least he's got one.
And he's won. He's won them. He's won. At least he won a World Series. And when I say 1-7, I mean games started that he lost.
Right.
But he did win. We won with Houston, right? Yes, he won with Houston. He won 2 with Houston. I'm not positive.
He did.
But going to the Mets will be interesting because when you go to the Mets, you usually die. So let's see if the Mets.
Well, the Mets usually they competed this past year, didn't they?
They did, yes. They were, and then they fell apart. Yeah, they were right there.
Was that their weakness, their pitching?
Yeah, it actually was.
Mm-hmm. They need, even though they got those 2, they still have pitching needs that they have to address. Well, if they don't get one of those guys. I'm trying to think. There's 2 pitchers.
They got David Robertson, I see.
Here, if you give me that.
They got David Robertson. I know that. What are you talking about? You got Noah Syndergaard. You've got the
guy
Carlos Rondon.
No.
And then you have Chris Bassett.
And him.
Wow, what the hell
are the 2 that they're
the relief pitchers.
Yeah.
Oh, well, what the hell? They just got David Robertson just today. 1 year, $10 million.
Yeah.
So, I mean, the hell with them. I hate the Mets. I really do. I can't stand them. What else do we have?
And it figures that Verlander would go there with as much
he
as he hates the
Yankees. He said it right out. He hates.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Well, you know what? The Yankees are stupid, and this sounds like a little thing, but it's a big thing. You're not allowed to have a beard on the Yankees. So there are players that won't go.
I've heard of this before.
And I think it's moron. I think they got to stop that.
I think everybody's moronic.
What do they do? So they're like the New England Patriots?
Yeah.
The players that for $43 million a year won't shave their beard, and the organization that puts that stipulation out.
But when you're that good like Verlander, you just pick your spots.
Yeah.
Why would you?
You don't
I'll do what I want.
Exactly.
And I don't know why they wouldn't just let it go. It's really, really annoying to me. But, I know that's stupid, but some of these people care. They actually don't like being told they can't have facial hair. It's unbelievable. I know.
You're being told how to look.
And they don't like it.
I get it.
Some of the guys look weird when they come to the Yankees and they shave. Oh my God.
Yeah, it is funny.
It's bizarre. Remember Johnny Damon?
Yeah,
I remember that.
He looked like Chewbacca, and then he came there, and he was back to whatever.
What about Don Mattingly?
Oh, he had the mustache. You're
allowed to that's right. He always had the mustache.
And by the way, Don Mattingly now is in Toronto. He's the bench coach for the Blue Jays.
Yeah, I heard that last week.
I wish Mattingly would. I wish they would bring him in.
Think about this.
Why wouldn't they? Wasn't he with the Yankees at some point?
He was
right?
with Joe Torre, and I think he thought he was going to be the next, and then he wasn't, and he went to the Marlins and the Dodgers.
Right.
Listen to this though about him before we move on. He's not in the Hall of Fame yet, but he really should be. But some of it, he was wrestling with a guy in the locker room, like joking around, and he hurt his back, and that cost him his career. That back injury really cost him everything.
Yeah.
Because in 1995 was the first time he made the playoffs with the Yankees, right? So they lose to Seattle. He can't go on, and then the Yankees go on that run where they win 96, 98, 99, 2000, and he missed it all. It's really
messed up. He's got to be bitter.
He would be a Hall of Famer, too.
He should.
But
I'd be bitter.
Yeah. And it was his own fault, wrestling around in the locker room.
I get you. No, I hear you. That's dumb luck.
Yeah. Yeah. He was so good.
He was great.
He was great and pretty humble. Type guy, you know. And the Yankees always, even Jeter was.
Yeah.
I mean, the Yankees have been blessed with that. And then they've had guys like Reggie.
Judges that way, too.
And then they had Reggie and they had A-Rod, and they've had guys, though, too, that, you know, which I don't blame them. They're in New York.
Right.
Just go.
Right.
I mean, all right. I want to show you something, Scott. We talk about this a lot. Of course, here it is. It finally happened. There they are, the Final Four for football.
Yes. You
had TCU did lose, but they kept them in. That was the big question was, will Alabama get in? Because at one point, I thought it was going to be Ohio State, Michigan, Alabama, Georgia.
I thought so too. I was hoping,
but really, they did the right thing.
TCU are getting their props.
Yeah, TCU deserved it. I mean, I'm glad
you said that last week. You said that they deserve it, but you didn't think they were going to make it in, right?
Yeah.
The way they lost last week too, I think makes a huge difference. It's not like they got embarrassed. You know, I mean,
here's the funny thing though, Robin, and see those teams: Michigan, Ohio State, TCU, Alabama would be favored against all of them.
I know,
and they'd probably be close with Georgia. That's the crazy thing. Alabama probably belongs there.
They do.
Why are they not? Because of a loss?
They had two losses, and two losses by close games to Tennessee and LSU. But
so Alabama out of the mix. Those are the four best teams in your opinion too?
No, I think Alabama should be there, but I'm glad they kept TCU because they won. You can't just throw them out. You got. I think we
had to have thrown out TCU. The only team that could have got thrown out would have been TCU for them, right?
Yeah, or Ohio State could have got tossed out and put Alabama, but Ohio State only had one loss, so there was no way. Someone had to back in, and it was Ohio State. They back in because there was no one else to put there.
So Georgia winning.
There's never been a 2-loss team
in the playoff.
Yeah.
Is Georgia repeating?
Yes.
You think?
Absolutely.
You think so?
Everybody thinks so.
Well, on December 31st, the Fiesta Bowl at 4:00 is Michigan against TCU. Michigan is only -8. That's in Glendale, Arizona. That's that game. Then at 8:00 is Georgia versus Ohio State in Atlanta at the Mercedes-Benz Stadium. I was surprised. The line's only 6.5.
Yeah, I know.
I'm going to tell you right now, Ohio State gets all these weeks to get healthy, to be ready for them. They already got embarrassed by Michigan, and from what I've been reading, I don't know, man.
I'm betting Georgia.
I think they could beat Georgia. I really do. I think they could beat them.
I already lost money on Ohio State once.
Right. No, I don't play. But the line is low. The line's low. 6.5 is low. 6.5. And Michigan at 8 is super low against TCU.
I'm only saying I would take Georgia because I've heard these guys talking for weeks. And and they just kept been wondering, man, are they going to do it? And then they're like, looks like they're going to do it.
Yeah.
I think if anyone can beat Georgia, it's Ohio State. I think they're better built to beat them.
I don't understand Georgia, though. It's funny. I've watched them, and I wasn't as overly. I don't know what's wrong with me. They just seem
Not
very,
impressed.
I'm impressed. They're very, very good. But it's not like, remember when Alabama would be number one and they'd be minus 14, minus 7? This team, I don't think their offense is that great. I just don't. I don't know what it is.
I mean, Stetson Bennett's all right, but
maybe I'm wrong. I'm probably wrong. They're going to embarrass Ohio State. And I'm seriously, it's not because I'm an Ohio State fan, because I don't really care. Because I was at the point where I thought they shouldn't make it, But then as it was coming down, and I'm thinking they're all going to be healthy. Jackson Smith and Jigba, he decided and I don't blame them. He's not playing. He didn't play but 2 games anyways.
Right.
So he's not going to play in the playoff. Get ready for the draft. But I don't know. I think if Ohio State has a healthy, everyone's healthy, it won't be easy.
I hope you're right.
I don't think it'll be easy for Georgia. I don't.
I mean, I think you're right. I think if anybody's got a shot at them, it's Ohio State.
Michigan will give them a hard game if they were in the championship.
I think
I'm going to watch both these games.
Michigan.
Yeah, they're going to be good on New Year's Eve.
I'm starting to watch slowly. I'm getting there, John.
It's fun. No, you'll love it.
I get upset. I over stupid shit that there were some rules that I don't understand because it's college and it's a little different than the NFL. So I gotta remember that. Like when guys just hop on the field and lay there for no reason. I'm just like, is this really going on?
Every first down, the clock stops for them to reset the ball.
Yeah.
Obviously, you only need 1 foot instead of 2 when you catch the ball. But they always get 2 anyways. It's funny. They still, I don't know why. But like in the fields, but the hash marks, it's just all wider. If you notice the way it's just wider. But you're gonna I know you're gonna love it because you love pro football so much.
And you like it. I mean, I watch it.
And then you're gonna know the players, and that's kind of cool when you see them
to follow them through their whole careers. Oh well, semi.
Yeah.
Obviously not high school, but yeah. No, I'm trying. I'm trying to force myself.
You'll like it. And then once you bet,
I recognize player names from different teams now, so I'm starting to become a little more familiar. Once I start to get familiar with the coaches and their style of coaching and things like that, and
what will be great is it 2024? Is there one more year of this crap? In 2024, they go to 12 teams, and then I think that's gonna be great.
Oh my God,
playoff format, right?
Yeah, in a real because
I saw an article about it the other day.
I laughed my ass off the one time when they tried to say, well, the kids have to study. No, come on. No one's studying. Because that was the thing against adding more teams to a tournament for football.
I mean, don't they take macaroni and cheese for a course in college? I mean, I guess, you study for the game? Or are you talking about their exams?
They might as well not even, I mean, some of them. I mean, I know a lot of those guys don't make the pros, but yeah. What are you going to do?
But they're huge at those schools.
College basketball takes 65 teams and does what they do. And it just goes on for 2 weeks, I think.
Yeah.
But I don't know. So, yeah, that's what we got. A little bit of other games, Scott, that I want to let you know. Not only did they select those 2, there's also you got your other bowl games. Alabama is going to play Kansas State in the Sugar Bowl on New Year's Day.
What's the line on that?
I can't believe this. Alabama's only minus 3.5.
Should they completely crush them?
I think they kill them. I can't even understand it.
Unless they just have no interest.
Do they think the problem is maybe guys aren't going to play?
Right.
Because some guys are going to
because they're going to keep themselves opt out for
the draft. That could happen.
I've already seen a couple of guys do it.
But Bryce Young, Young's not ready though he can't be drafted this year, can he?
No, I think he is eligible.
Oh, he is eligible. Then he ain't going to play. He won't play. He is eligible. You're right. I think it is.
I get it. People always get mad every year about this because I hear him bitch every year.
But he won't play.
But do you blame them?
No, not at all.
Jesus Christ. I mean, that's what they've been playing for their whole life. And they were going to throw it away. Why? To win a meaningless college game?
Bowl game, yeah. That's why the playoff games, I get why they play. But these bowl games they used to mean something. Like
maybe that's why it's so hard to pick them.
Yeah, this is going to be hard. Yeah, because people are going to opt out. Tennessee, December 30th, the Orange Bowl. This is going to be a good game. Number 6 Tennessee against number 7 Clemson. I'm assuming Hooker, the quarterback for Tennessee, is not going to play.
No, Hendon Hooker won't
play. So the line is Clemson minus 6.5. If Hendon Hooker plays, there's no way that line's -6. No way Clemson's favored in that game. So then you got to wonder, though, some of these quarterbacks that are waiting to play, think about it. Joe Burrow sat at Ohio State and never even got on the field.
Right.
I mean, you know what? You never know who's in the background waiting.
Right.
So it'll be interesting.
That's true.
That's why it's hard to bet anything in college as far as the bowl games other than the playoff.
Although I've had some run. I like.
We'll
you got to bet.
try.
You got to bet.
Now, do guys is it been a habit of guys to hold themselves out of a
Playoff
final bowl game?
I've never seen that. I don't recall anyone sitting out of a playoff before. No, I haven't seen it. The one guy. What didn't Bosa do it? That piece of garbage? Which one was it? Was it Joe? Nick. He's a piece of garbage. He sat out in Ohio State. Yeah, in the playoff. That's right.
Yeah, Nick Bosa did.
That's garbage. No wonder why he's no good.
His
brother's better. The other one's better.
He's not having as much success.
I know. I don't care. That was outrageous that he didn't play that game. I know. I don't know. Fuck that. How don't you play?
Isn't he always injured in the NFL? So that's, I guess, maybe karma.
And he was injured then too. So I guess I should take that back. He had a back injury, but he was ready.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And he didn't play.
But the injury is the reason.
Right. I don't know. Anyways. So that's what we got coming up for college football. Oh, the Cotton Bowl. I forgot a couple bowls. I should mention these. USC, number 10. And again, their quarterback won't play. Caleb Williams. Versus number 16, Tulane on January 2nd. And the Rose Bowl, of course, which is always great. It's so weird seeing these games not on January 1st. January 2nd at 5 p.m., the Rose Bowl, Utah, who's pretty damn good, playing number 11, Penn State. So, and the national championship is January 9th at SoFi Stadium. So, and that game's at 7:30.
Yeah,
I made it a little earlier for everyone, instead of 9 o'clock.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to these bowl games. I love the run of college football. Love it.
What we need to do here, right, as we speak, we need to take a break because we're going to come back and get into football, try to win some money as we are just horribly staggering. We're now at 50. Wait, our record is 100, 105. That is our record.
Well, if anybody listened to us every single week, they still wouldn't be up.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah, okay.
We'll be back on that. We'll be back.
Digits 988 can save a life. If you or someone you know is having thoughts of suicide or experiencing a mental health or substance use crisis, 988 provides connection to free confidential support. There is hope. The Lifeline works. For 24/7 confidential support, just call, text, or chat 988.
welcome back to Spitballing Podcast. It's NFL time. I want to ask you a few things, Scott. Let's start with Von Miller. Are you there, Scott? I think you froze up. Man, Scott froze on us. Reboot. Let me ask you before Scott comes back. He is froze. Von Miller, his injury is unfortunate. I mean, he's going to be done now for 18 months.
Yeah.
I guess. Maybe he retires.
And isn't it crazy that they didn't even know about the injury?
Scott.
Sorry, man. It was my internet.
Not all right.
They realized the injury while they were in surgery.
That's too bad. Yeah. Von Miller, we're talking about him. That's just too bad for him. He's gone for 18. Maybe he retires. I mean, this is a terrible injury to try to rehab from at that age. You know?
Here we go. Now I'm back.
Okay, Von Miller.
Now I'm frozen
horrible.
again.
I hear you. No? Scott froze again. All right. When you're Von Miller, though, I mean, just on the player's perspective, I'm sure he's going to be close to retiring.
Yeah, I would imagine.
Because I just don't.
You got me?
I can hear you. You're a little. Are you there?
Oh, okay. My internet's acting all wacky, dude. You keep. That's okay. I can hear you fine.
Okay, I can hear you. You back? Yeah, you're back. Von Miller.
Yeah, I'm sitting here.
Okay. Von Miller. Me and Rob were just saying the injury obviously is going to be 18. It's going to be a long time. I wonder if he retires. It's really too bad. I mean, it's too bad for the player, too bad for everybody.
Oh my God, my internet's bad, dude.
I can hear it.
I'm having big issues with my internet, pal.
All right. Do you want to try to come back?
I don't understand what is going on all of a sudden. I'm going to click over here. I'm going to try.
Okay. All right. Me and Robin will keep the discussion going. Join in.
You're frozen.
Yeah, I'm not.
Yeah.
I can connect to my phone.
So Von Miller, as we just were talking about, gone for the season. It's the same Bills team, though, really. Well, no, they're missing some safeties and stuff. These younger guys have played good for them, and the defensive backs and everything else. So
they have, yeah.
I mean,
the thing with Von Miller is I have to imagine when you get him, you expect him to get hurt at some point because he always
just not like that.
Yeah,
not season ending.
No, I guess it's almost like you want to put these guys in bubble wrap until the end of, until the important games.
It don't work like that though.
I know it doesn't, but
to shield them and then let them not play. I mean, they do. It's time, I guess, for some of those defensive end. They got edge rushers. Maybe they step it up, a little more. I guess they got Rousseau,
Greg Rousseau, and
someone else.
Yeah,
I keep forgetting. I don't know. Scott would know. The next thing was, let me see. Let's see if I can bring him back in.
Am I here?
Yeah, hold on. Let me pull you out of the stream. That one. There you go. You there?
I don't know what is going on. Sorry.
That happened. That's all right. So we were just discussing Von Miller. Sad he's going to be gone. I wonder if he retires because this is a long rehab process for him. He's
not retired. I watched his Von. He did a Von cast. He didn't do his Von cast, but he's done a couple interviews. He was on Pat McAfee too. He said he says he plans to be back in 6-7 months. He goes, I plan on playing till he said I plan on playing at least I don't know. I'd like to play another 4 or 5 years.
Oh
he
my
said,
God.
I'm not. He goes, I'll be back. I'll be fine. He goes, I've already done this before. Honestly, to be honest with you, he's almost acting like he didn't. I'm sure he cares, but he's acting like he didn't really give a shit. It doesn't bother him. He goes, don't feel bad for me. He said, he put out a video and he said, don't feel sorry for me. My head's in a good space, man. I'll be back. I'll be fine. I'll be fine.
No, I'm sure he will. I mean, and I just don't know.
It sucks for us. Don't get me wrong. I mean, he's done exactly. He's filled the spot better than I expected him to.
Yeah.
I did not expect, dude, he's having statistically one of his best seasons. Yeah. I mean, the pressure that we were getting because of him being there, what it was allowing those other guys to do, that's gone. I mean,
other than Rousseau, who's the other edge rusher? I mean, they drafted 2 guys
you got
in a row.
AJ Epinesa and Boogie Basham.
And then
Vanessa, that's who it is.
Yes, okay.
Yeah. It's usually Epinesa.
They'll be all right. I mean, it sucks. I just, it just sucks because you had it ready and it was ready to go. And big
he
moments.
Was doing exactly
what they
he
wanted.
was literally doing exactly what he was being paid for, and spectacularly well for his age.
Right.
I mean, dude, look at Chandler Jones.
Yeah.
Holy shit! I'm glad we dodged that bullet. He's done nothing.
Yeah.
He woke up the other day yesterday.
Yeah.
But he hasn't done shit all season. Yeah. Vaughn lived up to the hype, dude. You can't say nothing more about the guy.
Speaking of hype, and this is Odell Beckham Jr. and what happened with Dallas, and I'm going to tell you this. Enough's enough. I don't even know why anyone wants him. I don't even know what the point anymore.
If you listen to his interview last night, now I'm not. If you listen to his interview last night, out of the two teams that are supposedly left, I'm sure there's probably going to be more suitors involved. If he decides that if he's only coming back for the playoffs, there's other opportunities he's going to have before any. You know what I mean? Because no one's even thrown him a contract number yet, or there's been nothing being thrown around. But if you listen to what he was saying, everything he said that he wants is not what you're going is not Dallas. He wants he doesn't want he's not big about the nightlife that much anymore. He's already been there, done that. He wants stability, culture. Dude, Dallas is fucking chaos always. After what Jerry Jones just said the other day, why do you even want to go there? The spotlight's always on you. It's just like New York City. If that's not what you want, everything he stated that he was looking for, culture and all, that's exactly what the Bills are.
Right.
Like, I think it would make sense if Buffalo wants him and they're willing. It might be a money thing that might be the reason they don't sign him. They might want him, but they might not be wanting him at that amount of money.
Who's another one who could might surprise Philadelphia? I could really possibly see the Eagles taking a shot at him. Possibly.
They could. Maybe.
I think that
I could see Kansas City. I mean, they got Kadarius Toney. The guy's not even on the field, which is why everybody said don't take him.
Right.
He's questionable again this week.
Yeah, of course he is. He's hurt. He's China. He's like Sammy Watkins, man. Always hurt.
I think Kansas City, Buffalo, and Philly would be his best bets. I mean, they would probably be. Those are good spots. Kansas City's you got their obviously they got Andy Reid. Everything's working over there well. They don't have any issues.
For Buffalo, that would be huge. We need a second wide receiver. I mean, for him to not need him until the playoffs, we're going to be in the playoffs.
Right. Yeah, you're already.
We just don't know where. Number one seed. I mean, dude, I'm starting to get scared of Cincinnati right now.
They're looking good.
Cincinnati looks good. They're exactly. What is this? Exactly like last year. Start out like shit, and then come on midway to the end and just start bulldozing people.
That's what you want, right?
Holy shit, man!
Yeah, they look good.
That's just how long can you sustain doing that, though? I mean, holy shit! People, get rid of them at the beginning of the season. They were terrible. The offensive line was a joke.
And now all of a sudden, they're going to be funny. They're going to be trouble.
They are, man. They're coming out at the right time, though.
Those two players, though, I mean, Von Miller and he's gone. I know everyone wants him. I'm curious. I can't wait to see him get on the field. I can't wait to see. He's a first down machine, Odell Beckham. So I just wonder, how can you continually sit out like this and just come? It'll be interesting.
Josh Allen said they sat down and they talked at his house. They had dinner at his house, and it was him, his agent, Brandon Beane, Gabe Davis, Von Miller. That's who was at the dinner.
Oh, wow. Gabe Davis. Interesting.
Yeah. So I don't know if they know I think they might know each other because, I mean, shit, dude. Jay-Z was calling for Gabe Davis last week after the game. He wasn't called. Josh Allen only walked up to Jay-Z because he was walking with Gabe. He said Gabe, He was yelling for Gabe. Yo, Gabe, come here. Jay-Z was. So they must know each other, obviously, outside of.
I don't even know what school. I don't know what school he went to, Davis. I have
no
idea.
Kind of actually said I guess they pretty much told, Odell exactly the role that he would play. And they went over everything with him. And you know what I mean? They did all that with him. And then the next day he went toward the facility and all that shit. And I mean, it is what it is, dude.
It will be interesting to see.
I'd love him here. Don't get me wrong. I'd love to have him.
it'll be interesting to see what he is like. How is he after they do physicals and stuff on him? That's going to be
interesting. If he's as good as the way he runs his mouth, then he should be fine.
Right. I don't trust the guy. It is amazing, this guy, how he's turned his whole thing around. We talked about this last week when he was on the boat and he was doing whatever and he was such an ass, and he all of a sudden this guy has turned into,
maybe he got humbled in Cleveland.
Marvin Harrison. Yeah.
I've got a question about him that I'll save till.
Okay, save the question.
Yeah.
Why don't we start our round the league? Here we go. I almost feel ashamed to even put this up. But here we go. And there's our record. 100 wins.
Which we would all love to have back from all the bad bets we've had all year.
100 losses, 5 draws, 5 push, 50%. So we got to start going, guys.
Yeah.
It's time to get better.
Honestly, this is starting over. I mean, this is like starting fresh. We have a clean slate right now, as far as I'm concerned.
I want to play a minute 40 video for you, Scott, and everybody out there, okay? Minute 40. Here, watch.
Is this the greatest minute 40 in sports?
Mayfield from his own end zone caught. That's going to set up a third and short. Mayfield, look out. Down he goes. Slam down for the sack. Who else? Double X.
Yeah, they both got in there. Crosby got in there. And
like conduct. Number 90 of the defense, knocking the ball out of the quarterback's hand. That's a 15-yard penalty.
After the play right there, Tillery knocks the ball out of the hands. Remember,
to give them more light deep down the sideline, and it is caught by...
Great coverage by Nate Hobbs. Puts the ball where Skoranek can go up. Hobbs never really sees it. And how about Skoranek, second year out of Notre Dame, gets both hands on it and fights and pulls it away from Hobbs.
32-yard gain. Underneath, here's Brown to the 31-yard line. Get up, get it. 4-33. Mayfield throws. That's caught. That's the first down. Here's Skoranek to the 22. Second and 10. Mayfield to the end zone to Jefferson. Is that possible? Touchdown.
You have it. Now, I'm going to tell you this. Skoranek's unbelievable.
Yeah.
Wow. And Mayfield. What a throw.
Dude.
What throws he was making there. So,
dude, I said at the beginning of the season I was hoping that Baker Mayfield was going to have a good year. Then he went to Carolina. It didn't work out as how I thought it was going to. But, dude, I didn't know this, and I just found this out today. Did you know he has a photographic memory?
No, I never heard that. No.
Dude, I guess that's what they said. They said that he has that. I don't know how you test for it or how whatever, but dude, he learned those. He doesn't even know those guys. I'll bet he knows numbers. He doesn't know their names.
Right.
And that dude just did a 2-minute drill, John.
Yeah.
With a team he doesn't even know. He's never even thrown the ball to those guys before. And he ran a 2-minute drill. Well, there was penalties involved as well that helped them, but which were pretty fucking dumb penalties. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Slapping the ball out of his hands was just
really, dude. I'm sorry, Robin. Go ahead with what you were going to say.
He got the playbook on Tuesday on the plane.
Jeez.
On the way to meet his new teammates. And then he's in the game on Thursday.
J.J. Watt said joining the team on Tuesday and winning a game on Thursday at the quarterback position is absolutely incredible. There are some positions that you can plug into a new team system somewhat easily. Quarterback has to be by far the hardest. Very damn impressive, Baker.
Absolutely, dude.
That makes me wonder why the 49ers didn't think of him. I find that incredible that they just said
I know.
They didn't even care.
Are you ready?
Make a run at him.
Stafford's going to retire at the end of the season.
So this is perfect for him. Yeah.
He's set, dude. And who's the best? For Baker Mayfield, you couldn't even – I guess he bought a ticket out to L.A. before he expected they were going to call him. And you know what, dude? What better coach for him? Like,
Yeah.
That dude, did you see him at the end of the game?
Yeah.
He's a lunatic, man.
Headbutting people. Yeah.
I love it.
Those throws, though, are throws that
beautiful.
you see Allen, you see Mahomes, you see the big guy, everyone goes, oh, you can't make that throw. No one can make. Yeah, Mayfield just made it.
John, you make those in practice like 40, 50 times throughout the season before you make them on the field or in preseason. Do you know what I mean? When you're getting acclimated with your wide receivers and stuff, those are hard throws. Those were tight windows that he threw into, dude.
Very impressive.
And the receivers, hey, man, I never heard of that guy before. Swarnick.
He's good.
Phenomenal catches. He played great. Good for him. Maybe Mayfield's got his number one target now, and the Rams are going to
Cooper Kupp. Yeah, then Cooper Kupp comes back next year.
Who will honestly probably even help Mayfield because he's such a.
I know
he goes after it. You know, man, this could end up being, unfortunately, the worst thing for Matthew Stafford and the best thing for the Rams and Baker Mayfield.
Yeah. Good point. Why don't we move on?
I think Matthew Stafford is going to retire.
Yeah, I think so too.
He's got the spinal stuff, right? And his head.
He's got a spinal cord contusion.
He wins the Super Bowl, so it's perfect.
Yeah.
Bye, dude. I mean, everybody will feel for you, and they gave you your praises when you won the bowl.
Yeah. All right. First game. Vikings are 10-2 at the Detroit Lions. We have Detroit -2 on this end, 51.5. Quick. I mean, for me, I don't think why the hell is Detroit -2? I don't understand what's happening here. What the hell is that? I don't know. I mean, I know Detroit's good. I like Detroit. Don't get me wrong, but if the Vikings
do they usually play Minnesota tough though? What's the trend?
They do. The Packers do. Everyone.
And Detroit's playing pretty good, dude.
Yeah, they are. I'm not playing.
Maybe they're just expecting Minnesota to have a failure.
I'm not doing this one. If I did,
I'm not touching it either.
I'm not touching it. If I did, I'm probably headed towards Detroit, but Robin, I think, did.
I actually like the over 51.5 in this game.
The over? Okay.
The Lions are averaging 32 points in their last 4 games, and the Vikings have scored at least 27 in 3 of their last 4.
That's a good one.
Yeah, so I'm going.
I could jump on board with that.
All right. Our next game is the Ravens at 8-4 going to Pittsburgh, who are 5-7. Pittsburgh is -2. Lamar Jackson unlikely to play, I guess. Tyler Huntley will play. The over/under is only 37. Could be some weather concerns down there, but nothing. I mean, just slushy, whatever. Guys, I don't know. Does anybody feel this game? Have any feeling? Do you, Scott, have anything over there you like on this?
Is Najee Harris playing?
Yeah.
He is playing?
Mm-hmm.
I'll take the Steelers.
I kind of do too a little bit, but I'm not taking. But I do too a little. They could be they beat them. They probably will. You know,
if I were gonna take it, I would.
They're probably gonna win,
but there's just too much uncertainty there.
And remember what we said about Lamar Jackson at the beginning of the season?
Yeah,
a big chance, and he's playing shitty this season. What a dummy!
Yeah, very bad.
Of millions.
Pickett's 3-1 in his last 4 starts too.
I like him.
Yeah,
I like their quarterback.
Pittsburgh, man. Pittsburgh's quietly playing pretty good.
Yeah. And they're building themselves back. I mean, and that's
always
the Browns.
And look at this. Tomlin is going to have another winning season, most likely.
There's a
good chance.
The Cleveland Browns, the Battle of Ohio. The Browns 5-7 at the Bengals 8-4. We have Cincinnati -5.5 over under 46.5. Mixon is playing.
How is this only 5.5?
I know.
This is Deshaun Watson's second game. He didn't light the world fantastic last week.
Only thing I can think of is what we said about Detroit and Minnesota. The way this is usually this division in-state thing. I'm not really playing this one. Do you like it at all, Scott? I mean, I do.
I liked Cincy until you just told me that. I didn't pay it. I know that. I assumed that they play tough just because it's a divisional game, but
sometimes they get blown. I mean, there's always been.
I like Cincy. I think Cincy's on the right now, dude. They're the scariest team to me in football.
Robin?
I like Cincinnati minus the points. I think Burrow has never beaten the Browns.
Wow. All right. Interesting.
I
didn't know that.
I think this is the time he breaks through.
And they are trending so far up right now. It's unbelievable how good this team's playing.
Yeah.
It really is.
Yeah.
The Bengals. I mean, they're
turning around, man.
Now, the game that you're going to, the Jets 7-5 at the 9-3 Buffalo Bills. I did see the weather. They're talking about some slushy snow. Buffalo minus 10, over unders 43.
10's a lot of points.
It's just too many points, and I don't see that. I got to go with the Jets plus 10. It's a
already
lot
did.
of points.
I think Buffalo's going to win, but 10 points is too much.
What did you think?
I like the Jets plus.
I don't know why it's 10. It should be like 7.
Especially since Buffalo's starting to run the ball better.
Right, so we'll keep it close.
So they're not going to be blowing people out by 30, 20, 30 points and shit like that. That's why they haven't really been doing it. They're running the ball more. So they're not scoring as much.
Son of a bitch. And that's so good for them as the playoffs approach. Finally, it's really good for them. But for my fantasy team with Josh Allen, we feel bad because we don't see 35, 40 points much. But that's okay because for the Bills themselves, if they do this,
they have to do this. To survive the playoff, they have to.
Yeah.
You can't have Josh thinking it's got to be all him all the time. James Cook's starting to come into his own, man.
Yeah, I like him. That's good.
He was good in college.
Yeah, he was good in college, man. He was good for Georgia.
Didn't seem to come on that quick in the beginning of the year. And when you fumble, they're going to lose faith in you. McDermott's notorious for keeping him out a few weeks after that, and he did. But he came back. But I'm like, God damn. When they got Naheem Hines, I'm like, what is Cook? Are they done with him now?
Yeah.
When I saw Naheem Hines coming in, I guess they actually called Cook and told him, we're going to do this. This has got nothing to do with your play. So I think it was more to use him in the punt return game.
Yeah. No, the kid was good in Georgia, man. He just was. Who was with? There was another. It was a tandem.
Yeah.
But they were good together. So we all like the Jets with just plus the 10. And they're playing good, too. Don't get me wrong. And I will say this. We talked about Mike White. I said last week, that's a bad Bears team he beat. I'm not saying the Vikings have a great defense either, but he did go into a hostile environment, and he played well. And if
last time he played the Bills, he threw like 3 or 4 interceptions.
If Berrios catches that pass, they win. They beat the Vikings.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Due to him.
Yeah.
And good defense, so we'll see. I don't know.
Yeah, we'll see.
Sure
but I like him with the points.
Yeah. They'll run the ball, too. The Jets like to run, too. Good defenses back and forth.
Yeah.
This next game is the Battle of Texas. The 10-1 Texans are at the 9-3 Cowboys. Dallas is minus 7.
Mills is back in there again.
Yeah, over unders 44.
Yeah.
I can't even take the points. I can't
even. That's so many points, and I've taken Houston with those crazy points all the time.
It's the biggest spread in the NFL so far this season.
I can't. Maybe the under.
I like the Cowboys.
Do you like the Cowboys?
I do. They've been winning.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
They've been winning by a margin of 19.2 points per game since Prescott has come back. And they're playing the worst team in the league.
All right, I like the under.
Oh, is that a trap?
Could be.
Is this a trap?
Like the under. What's the under?
44.
Okay.
That's so many points.
Yeah.
But every time I bet them with those points, they do the same thing every single time. I bet them like 3 or 4 times this year.
They'll lose by 18.
Yeah.
It'll be something ridiculously stupid. Or if I go with the other side, I've done that before, where the other team will be up 31-0. And it happened last year. And then all of a sudden, all hell broke loose. But I do like the under on this one. I do. I don't know how they get to 44.
Dallas could score 44 points alone. I mean, I don't know. I don't expect them to, but Jerry Hughes almost split his helmet in half. Like, what was it, last week?
Yeah. It's great.
It's too many points for me, and I can't. That's what makes me nervous. I can't trust it either way. Yeah, this will be the game that I go against the points, and Houston's defense will have a game that they pull out of their ass and keep close or something.
So there you go. Battle of Texas. The next one. This is a big one for NFC East. The Eagles are 11-1. They are at the Giants, who are 7-4-1. Saquon Barkley has a neck injury, questionable. Philly is minus 7.5. Over under is 44.5. The Giants got to start playing. They've kind of hit a little bit of a valley, I guess.
Yeah, they cooled off recently.
I kind of like them here, though.
I do too.
I kind of like the Giants getting 7.5.
That's at half point for me.
Yeah, maybe they lose by 3. Maybe they lose by 4. This is a battle. This is going to be good.
The Giants are 7-1 against the spread this year as an underdog.
Love it.
And their head coach there is going to do something. This is for everything. This is like, you know what I mean? This is everything here for the Giants. They hate each other. This is a great game.
Yeah,
they do.
And I do like their head coach, the Giants. I mean, this guy, he pulls out a lot of, he's good. He was good at Alabama. He was good. Even in Buffalo.
In Buffalo, when he was an offensive coordinator, it used to drive me crazy. And doesn't seem to be doing it now in the Giants. But he would out of the blue get we'd be kicking the shit out of somebody, and then he would just get super conservative.
Yeah.
Like, dude, what are you doing? Like, and he would do it to his detriment too. Quite a few times he did it.
Yeah,
but he's not doing it now, and he's playing. He brought that team back.
Sure did, man.
From the abyss.
The last 1 o'clock game is interesting, I guess. Jacksonville is 4-8 at the 7-5 Titans. I guess Burks is in concussion protocol. Is Trevor Lawrence playing? Did you know any more about Lawrence?
I think he's going to play.
Questionable.
Is he going to play? I just saw he was questionable still.
Yeah, they said trending towards playing.
Okay, so Tennessee's minus 3.5. Over under is 41.5. This game is another one. This whole division, when they play each other, is a mess. I'm not going to take it. I'm not going to do anything with this game.
Me neither.
What do you like?
I like Tennessee minus the 3.5.
Okay.
They've dominated the Jaguars in the last 10 years, and I think Henry's going to run wild.
Yeah, you're probably right, but I don't know. I hate that division when they play each other. At 4:05, the Chiefs are 9-3 at the 3-9 Broncos. The Chiefs are minus 9. The over/under is 43. I am going to go with the Broncos to keep it because they do have a good defense. So let me go with the Broncos to keep it close but lose. Scott, anything on this one?
I like Denver with the points myself.
Robert,
I think
nothing on this one for me.
They're going to scare the Chiefs, I think. I don't know why, but then they'll lose.
I think that this could have, who knows, man? This could be one of those games where you're like, oh my God, dude, the Chiefs lost to who?
Mm-hmm. It could happen, sure.
Yeah.
Russell Wilson every once in a while. You know what I mean? You never know.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be close, though. I think 9's high.
Dog's ass.
Yeah, right.
During the day, John.
Yeah. 9's high, though, in Denver with a good defense. I just think it's high. It's a little much.
Me too.
No one's doing anything anymore. Even the Chiefs, no one's really, the offenses are, I don't know. It's not like it was. Let's put it that way. 4:25. The Panthers 4-8 at the 7-5 Seahawks. Seattle's minus 4. Kenneth Walker, I don't know if he's going to play or not. I can't tell. Questionable.
Yeah, I can't tell either.
How about DK Metcalf limited? Did you read anything or hear anything today on TV or anything?
I think he is going to play. He did practice again.
That's good. All right.
In a limited role.
Now, I mean, everything points to you want to go with Seattle. minus 4 at home.
Makes sense.
Yeah, I'm going with Seattle.
I like Seattle.
I think we all like Seattle around the horn here. But yeah, the Panthers are a mess. And then the other 4:25 games, speaking of messes, kind of, the Buccaneers are 5-6. Nice comeback the other day by Brady at the 49ers, 8-4. San Francisco's only minus 3 or minus 3.5 with Brock Purdy, who was, of course, the last pick of the draft, played for Iowa State. Now, it's funny. I did watch him play at Iowa State because I'm a lunatic. I'll watch late games of college and stuff, and I always thought he was all right.
Yeah.
He was okay.
Yeah, I thought he was too.
I don't know what to think of this game, Scott. I don't know.
I don't think lightning is going to strike twice for Tom, man. I think the 49ers win this one. I like the 49ers minus the 3.5. The 49ers, the Tampa Bay just doesn't put up points.
I know they're just so, and then Fournette's a little banged
San
up.
Francisco's a pretty good team before Jimmy G got. I mean, when Jimmy G was there, I mean, their defense has been playing okay and everything. So I'm surprised it's not more, to be honest. Just Tampa Bay doesn't score.
Maybe Purdy will be he can do what Jimmy G does. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe he can just.
I think. I mean, they're favored. I think that might be why as well, just because Tampa Bay doesn't put up points.
Long road trip for Tampa Bay to go out there. Do you like this one at all?
I don't.
But I lean 49ers just like Scott.
I like 49ers, yeah.
Yeah.
Now, we have a really good 8-20 game. Really good. The 8-4 Dolphins at the Los Angeles Chargers, score 6-6. Tua's playing. I think Hill's playing. I just read. Tyreek Hill's going to play.
Yeah.
But it's -3 Miami. Over-under's 52.5. I wish it was 3.5. Part of me doesn't know how to pick this game, and I know I'm going to play it because it's a primetime game.
Yeah.
I want to go with the Chargers on this game, but I wish I'd get a half point for some
I got
reason.
the half point.
You got the half point?
DraftKings or on FanDuel, I mean.
I like the half point.
Yeah,
The 3.5. Mm-hmm. Do you like the chart? What do you like?
I like the Chargers this week.
I do too. Give us the half point. We want the half point.
All right.
Do you like them, Robin, at the half point?
I didn't take them, but I would if I was going to, that would be the way I would go for sure.
I think it's going to be good, but I think even the Chargers are starting to trend a little. They're starting to get a little more. Keenan Allen's been a big help.
Yeah. Oh, for sure, dude. Oh, absolutely. That's been killing them most of the season.
It's a team that's supposed to have good defense. That's Khalil Mack and the other Bosa and all the guys.
Yeah.
Derwin, whatever. Is he still play or is he hurt? He might be hurt.
Plays.
He's still there, right?
James?
Yeah, he's good.
Yeah.
He's still there. All right,
he's good. I don't believe it.
The Dolphins, I mean, I don't know what to think of them sometimes. I know they're good.
You know what's interesting in that game, I think, is that it's Tua against Herbert, and they were picks, 5 and 6?
Something like that.
2020.
Yeah. That is interesting. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like the way I like how I almost called them Sandy. I like how the Chargers are headed. I think they're going to be dangerous if they make the playoffs. Their only problem will be going on the road, and it depends what climate. You know what I mean? Where they go play, it could be lights out for them. Oh God, Monday Night Football.
That has got to be the ugliest Monday Night Football game of the year, dude.
Not even anything like, when the Bears suck and they play the Packers. At least you got a rivalry type thing. You got something happening.
Yeah.
This is New England at 6-6 at the Cardinals, who are 4-8.
It's got like 9-6 written all over it.
It really does.
Yeah.
New England's -2, and I'm going to say it again and again and again. Every time they got to be bad, and they don't want to be bad. They're going to be 8-9.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to be this year, 9-8. They're going to be 8-9, 9-8, as long as Belichick's there. I think. I don't think they'll ever.
I agree.
Because how do you can't keep doing this when you had Brady. This Jacoby Myers and all these different guys you could use, right? But they need some players. They're boring. They're the most boring.
They brought in. They spent all that money in free agency,
tight ends and everything. Yeah,
brought in 2 of the top free agent tight ends in Hunter Henry and Jonnu Smith, and then don't use them. They don't throw to them guys. Jonnu Smith had a phenomenal season. He goes there to die. His career goes there to die.
If they don't they got to do something there. And I don't think they can. It's so stale, isn't it? Does it not bore you when you see them?
Terribly.
Everything about them bores me.
Because there's nothing, because you're not going to get any exciting offensive gameplay out of them. Their games are going to be like 13-10 wins and 20-17 wins. But it's only going to be, it's not going to be competitive. It's just going to be the punt fest.
They should not make
Cardinals are a
disaster. But the Patriots shouldn't make the playoffs either.
No.
The Chargers are way better than the Patriots need to fall out.
Yeah.
Because that's just a joke.
It's a joke.
They're bad. And what pisses me off is they won't recognize they're bad.
Right.
And I just don't know why they won't. And I think about it.
I think it's Belichick.
Well, yeah, he doesn't want to go to the bottom again.
Right.
I mean,
why does he want to leave out? Do you think he wants to go out like that? He's got to know his number. How much longer is Belichick going to really be around for?
Why doesn't he just go away? Is he going to make them fire him?
I know.
I mean,
probably because he's now there's that whole vibe going around that Brady was the reason they won, not him.
do you think
I'm
he'll go?
sure that pisses him off to no end, man.
If he left New England, he could end up somewhere.
Yeah, oh yeah.
A good team. You know, that would be interesting. If he left New England, where he would, if he wanted to coach, he's coached. They're going to take him.
Oh,
Can you imagine with a team that's already set, like bring him to fire the guy in for the Chargers and bring him there,
Right.
or something. I don't know. Because you don't want to put him in Arizona. He can't go there.
No.
But
No way.
couldn't imagine you throw him in over there. I mean, he's good. That's fine. He you know, maybe not though. He
cannot
might be
be in
the
charge of the offense.
no, that's crazy. That is
That's the reason
unbelievable.
dude, look who they have. Their
All defensive.
offensive coordinator bullshit that went on the whole first. This is exactly what everyone said was going to happen to them.
And it actually happened. It did.
And everybody's acting like they're surprised. And it's like, dude, you guys all called it before the season started how horrible they were going to be. And they're as bad as everybody thought. Yeah,
Well,
they're not like going to have like 2 wins under their belt, but
That's what they should have.
they're not playing inspiring football whatsoever over there in New England right now, man.
Ramondre Stevenson's good. He had 10
love that
carries
guy.
for
He is.
50 yards.
I really
They
like
probably
him.
could- But I mean, if they would lose 3 or 4 games and have a top 5 pick, they could come back a lot quicker
Definitely.
than this. This
Yeah.
is going to put this here is just spinning your wheels, and good for them. You know what? They've won so much up in Boston. The hell with them.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly. They deserve misery, dude. They deserve it
Yeah, I
for the
know.
next 20 years.
Yeah.
You had to
No,
deal
they
with
really
them
do.
for 20 years.
Yeah, I don't mind to see Boston.
Talking their shit. Hey, how you like them apples?
Yeah. Oh, by the way, before we sign out, did you see Deion Sanders left Jackson State and went to Colorado? Buffalo.
You said it.
That's cool. I mean, whatever.
I'm happy for him.
He is going
He said
to.
he doesn't want to coach in the NFL. He said, no way, I don't want no part of it.
I don't blame him. I don't think he could with the way he coaches. I seen him the way it wouldn't work. I think it would
Was he
be
a maniac?
Yeah, it wouldn't work. You know, now one thing I didn't like, he already told them.
Okay, I'm intrigued here. Wait. What do you mean how he coaches? I don't understand. I haven't seen him.
He's tough. He's tough on the players.
Yeah?
He's tough. He's not.
Really?
Yeah, it's no nonsense, man. He's tough on the college kids. Now, how will that now? Okay, he goes to Colorado. He can do it. Colorado used to be good, like when I was a kid, when they played Nebraska and Oklahoma. They haven't been good in a long time. He did do something that I didn't like. He is bringing his son with him to be the starting quarterback. That's kind of messed up. He told him already he's in the transfer portal. He's coming and he'll start. That's not good. That's not a good
You
start.
should never coach your own kid.
And he does. Yeah. And so I don't know how that goes. But I do think Colorado, he'll be there for 2 or 3 years. And then he's going to go, I think, to the Southeast Conference. Like he'll go coach Ole Miss or Auburn.
How good is this kid?
We'll see. It's hard to say. Jackson State, he wasn't bad.
Yeah, he was all right.
He was all right. I mean,
he wasn't. So he was coaching his kid already at Jackson State. He was the quarterback
Yes.
there. Oh,
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know that.
yeah.
Okay.
So,
Hey, it is what it is. Then.
but if you get to find, he met with the team. He's there talking to the team, and when I heard some of the stuff, I mean, he told them. I mean, there's quarterbacks there. There's guys that start. He don't care. That's what I mean. It's kind of. I don't know how this will work out. It's just strange with him because the thought of him is different than I think the coach that he is.
Yeah.
He's tough. He is an 80s, 90s coach. He's not prime time as a coach.
No, not at all.
So it's interesting.
So he's a bit of an
right?
asshole.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
What did you ever see the video when they beat Grambling and he goes to shake hands with the coach from Grambling? And
Yes. Yes.
there you go. I mean, that's kind of a little insight on that. And then what the coach of Grambling said about him. So I don't know. I couldn't see him in the NFL though. And I guess what? He'll have to calm that down if he goes to like Auburn. If he goes to the big schools where guys are going to the NFL, he's not. I mean, Colorado is just not there anymore.
Right.
Is he just going to places where he can make the players better than they are? I guess because of his coaching style.
Yes, and I think also a lot of players are going to come with him. There's going to be a lot of transfers. I think Colorado's going to see a real good influx of really talented guys they haven't seen in a while. And also, they can pay the players now, whatever that money is. I can't remember what it's called. And I know Nick Saban and him are friends, but Saban was really pissed at him for some of the, like he ended up getting he got the best corner available,
right?
From Heiss coming in as a freshman, and he basically outbid Alabama for him to go to Jackson State, and
so that's what that was about.
Yeah, and Saban was furious.
Saban was talking shit. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So kind of funny. The two guys are friendly though, which is a very funny dynamic between those two.
They do the Aflac commercials together.
Those commercials.
That's right. Yeah.
I like those commercials.
They were both on SportsCenter together one day. It was hilarious.
And I think richer than God, man. What do they got to complain about?
I think one thing before we go on a commercial, and you said it before, and I laugh now every time I really see it. That one with the Chiefs and Andy Reid on the plane is
that not the greatest commercial of all time?
That's actually really, really funny.
I think it's hilarious. I love it.
Yeah. All right. We should go. We've already wasted everyone's time. I hope we win for you out there.
We gave you some winners this week.
I think we shallowed it. We didn't pick as many, which I think was probably a good thing. We zoned in a little more. I don't know, Scott. It's been bad.
John, like I said, I listen to those guys talk on McAfee's show. They all gamble.
Right.
I listen to them talk just like me and you and Robin sit here and talk about our losses. They're suffering. They talk themselves into the same shit we do. Talk ourselves into certain games and why and this and that. And then I listen to them go through the same shit we go through. Dude, what is going on this year? Like, I hear it every week.
I want to ask you this. I've asked Robin this, but I want to ask you, Scott. Maybe these guys talked about it. Do you think the lines are weird? Because more than ever, I mean, there was a time where you bet with your bookie, and Las Vegas is where you had to bet. Like, you had to go to Vegas to bet. And line movements and stuff. I don't know. I always wondered if there's something with the line. There's so many people betting now. And they still adjust lines on money.
They sit there and
it's
do
weird.
The exact same thing that we do. Why is that fucking line like that? Why is that line only that? What do they know that we don't know? They do the same thing. Why is that not like 10 points? Or why is that 10 and not like 7? Seriously, they pick it apart just like we do. They have no answers, just like we don't.
Yeah.
Seriously. And when they nail it as often as they nail it, that's the more astonishing thing to me.
Yeah,
is how often they're almost dead nut with what it ends up being.
Yeah, Las Vegas.
I mean, like the weird numbers, like a 12.5.
Right.
And it ends up the person wins by like 13 points. I'm like, come on, dude. Yeah. Like, how did this happen?
I used to try to set my own lines and see what the line would be. I used to do that. I used to I was insane. I used to rate. Like, all right, if the Bills are playing the Jets, I would say out of 5 being the best, 1 being the worst, how good is their offensive line? All right, so I'd do that. And then I'd come to the end with a total, and then I'd subtract, and that'd be my line. And sometimes it was right on. Yeah. It worked sometimes. It was like right on with Las Vegas. And then sometimes it would be like, oh my God, I got them -3, they got them, and then you realize you're an idiot. And
I'll tell you, one time in my life, before it was legal, and I was going through bookies, I caught a middle once, and I caught it, and I won. But I lost so many. Because I'd always catch one, man, like weird, just because those guys were doing their lines obviously a little bit differently, or refreshing their lines differently at different times. But not anymore. There ain't no middle and no more. There's no crazy difference in line, about half a point. I mean, we talk about point spreads on here. It's half a point. All right, I'm ready.
Have a good one. You're going to the game. Have fun.
Oh, I will. I'll be with my daughter, so
enjoy the game.
Win or lose, I'll have a good time.
No, that's true.
Good.
All right, man. Take it easy. Say hi to the dogs, the wife, and everybody.
I will, man. Bye, guys.
All right. Take care. See you, Scott. All right. That's it.